It's night class. Hungry. Not the same as hunger. Hungry, you can fix at the break or when you get home, or if it's too late for you tonight, tomorrow morning. But hunger is more of a lifestyle issue that you don't choose. Many people might think that hunger is people who are they might be bums, or they're people that have somehow contributed to their own problem, or it's only certain areas of the country or certain demographics suffer. But we around here, I'm going to tell you about the hunger problem in the Delaware Valley, which is right around us. What is being done about it by this organization called Philabundance, and how you can help. So, let me introduce you to our first person here that bucks the stereotype. This is Renee DaCosta. Renee started out, she was a Philabundance volunteer. She volunteered at her local church, at Bridesburg Methodist Church in Philadelphia. And she was a volunteer there until 2009, when she learned that she was going to be joining the ranks of the unemployed. And then she became a client. So she eventually did get back on track. She now works for a commercial real estate company in the cash management department. But she still goes back to that Bridesburg Methodist Church. I think it's very close to where she works, because she said she goes there on her lunch break and stuff sometimes, and donates food and clothes and whatever she has to donate. That's not the right one. This is Veronica Underwood. Veronica has traveled the world singing with the likes of Celine Dion, Patti LaBelle. She once had a deal with Atlantic Records, actually, and you can buy her songs on iTunes. And Veronica, once she gave birth to her first child, she decided to take some time off, spend it with her son, and then when she went back to work, she started. It was more of a struggle. She'd do like singing gigs from time to time, but she had a real problem with making ends meet. But she also didn't want to take a handout. So what she would do is she would volunteer her time. She would take the food from Philabundance, and she would also give singing lessons to people in the area and things like that. She calls it a hand up. So, and she's quoted on the Philabundance website. She says, now I can stand, and now I donate. So there's a need. Many go hungry in the Delaware Valley. The Philadelphia area, the suburbs, about 900,000 plus people a year come through Philabundance who are in need of food. And this time of year, usually the holidays are when you see a larger need, but then on the heels of a hurricane like Sandy that just came through, that makes it even more pertinent. In our area, 1 in 6 suffers from hunger. The Delaware Valley is one of the hardest hit areas in the country. We've got about 27% of Philadelphians below the poverty line. One in 3 children live in poverty. And last year, Philabundance gave out more than 20 million pounds of food. They have a way of rating their food so that, like, they give nutritious food like produce, fruits and vegetables and things like that. They have a number of different programs. They are the largest food help in hunger relief organization in the Delaware Valley. They have a program called Fresh for All. Actually, where are we here? How we work? They take donations from farms, from manufacturers, retailers, community food drives, things like that. They have a fleet of 13 trucks, and some of you may have driven by it. It's at like 39 around 40th Street, 40th and Market in Philadelphia, right next to Presbyterian Medical Center's large Philabundance building there. And then the financial contributions, because some of the things they need to buy because they're in big demand, but they're not necessarily donated to the extent that they need, so they have to buy them and then they parse them out to their network of agencies. They've got 500 plus agencies, community kitchens, churches, just anywhere that people set up shop. They have a food, pardon me, they have a food helpline. So if you are suffering hunger or malnourishment and you don't know who to call or where to start or ask for help, you can call their food hotline, and they have counselors that will tell you where to go. They do emergency food boxes, they have community kitchens. I was talking about Fresh for All. Fresh for All is kind of like a farmer's market that they set up in 6 different places in New Jersey and 6 different areas in Pennsylvania. And they set it up like a farmer's market, and they go to like underserved areas, and people can come through and pick fresh produce, fruits and vegetables and things like that. So they're doing quite a bit. Now, how you can help, as opposed to donating to, this is something when you donate your money, it's immediately used. Your donation's felt immediately. They take your money, they buy food, and for fresh food, the turnaround time is, I think, 2 days. So it is out on the streets feeding families as soon as they get it. You can volunteer your time with food drives. Volunteers sort and pack food at the Hunger Relief Center. They unload deliveries, stock shelves, even do data entry at the community food center. And volunteers at the Fresh for All help set up the farmer's market and break it down. Well, Philabundance cultivates strong relationships with the food industry, schools, companies, our network of agencies, and others to ensure that our procurement and distribution are effective in reaching as many Delaware Valley residents as possible. As you can see here, the food donors, 43% are coming from the food industry, and 6% from food drives. But as you can see over here, 62% of their financial donors are individuals like you and me. People just sending them their $5. And that bottom there for the government, that's a 0.3%. So that's less than 1% for the government kicking in. So in conclusion, many are suffering. Philabundance and its member organizations are helping to relieve that suffering, and individuals can make a huge difference. So if you give your $5 tonight to an independently rated 4-star charity. This is rated by Charity Navigator. The little orange ball there up in the corner is where they rate it. They rate charities on accountability and transparency scores. So you can go on their websites and see their financials, see where they spend their money, see how much they take in, and where it gets spent, and their financial score. So they take those 2 scores and basically you can intelligently decide where you want to put your money to make sure it's going to the cause that you intended to. So I hope that everybody will get something to eat tonight.